What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're here in the CC video. We're going to take a look at Nico Minoru. She is insane. We're going to showcase her as a 7-star rank 2. And on the next video, we're going to showcase her as a 7-star rank 4. So stay tuned for that. Now, she has a lot of things to do with adrenaline. As you can see, each time Nico gains a total of 5% of her max adrenaline, gains a Fury passive. Now, basically, you kind of want to... You use this ability with this heavy attack bullet here. As an attacker, the first hit consumes 7% of Nico's current health and stores it into adrenaline. So you lose like 7% health, but since you store it as adrenaline, you can actually heal it back. And as a bonus, you're going to get a Fury every time, which I believe is a 20% Fury. It's actually pretty strong, and you can get like 7 of those, which is really nice. Now, when Nico activates any special, she passively converts up to 4% adrenaline per level of this special. So basically, every time you pop a special, you gain 4%. If that's special 1, if that's special 2, it's 8, and if that's special 3, it's 12, which is really, really nice. Now, with her heavy charge and the third light attack, you place an indefinite pentacle buff on the opponent, which does nothing. It's just there because when the opponent gets a buff, we passively get 2% of our max power. And if we actually prevent a buff or remove a buff with immunity, you gain 3 instead. And she can apply a buff immunity with her special 2 or her pre-fight. It's very strong. She doesn't benefit from Mystic Dispersion, but she will increase the base potency with personal power gains by 10%. So that's really, really nice. See, honestly, she gains enough power. She doesn't really need the Mystic Dispersion. And then passively gain 1% of missing health as adrenaline when a buff on the opponent is prevented or removed by immunity. So as you can see, he has a lot of things with adrenaline. It might be scary, man, but like I'm going to show you a clip of how strong this is. Like it's insane. Now the pre-fights. So you can either choose, this only works for one fight though. So you can use this pre-fight for 4 different abilities. You can start the fight with a personal buff immunity. You can get more healing when you're blocking with adrenaline. You get more adrenaline when you're blocking. You can use this to be immune to poison or rupture, or you can use this to replace your poison effects with incinerates, dealing 30% reduced damage though. Now, we're talking about the heavy attack. There's another thing here, the second bullet. On the final hit, you place this Zeal passive, which Zeal basically does not let adrenaline decay. So it just stays there, which is awesome, and it's really awesome. Now, the special one has a halt passive like Sentry, which basically prevents Unstoppable. You don't have to worry about it. And the final hit does burst damage increased by 20% for each damaging effect of the opponent, up to 10. This can also trigger to block. And then after the final hit, again, the invisibility passive, and if this causes attacks to miss, goes all to cooldown to 10. Now, this invisibility passive is insane if you have her awaken. We're going to talk about the awaken ability in a second. Special 2 is going to place a poison debuff with each of your hits, and then it also casts the buff immunity, which is amazing. Also, if the opponent is a cosmic and they are immune to poison, you actually replace those poisons with acid burns, which is really nice. And then special 3, you kind of go crazy. The first time you use this, you get increased duration of your personal effects and all that stuff. Now, the awaken ability is like, it's so good, bro. It's like insane. So the first bullet here, whenever a buff or personal effect on the opponent other than a poison is prevented or removed by immunity, Nico inflicts a poison passive for 12 seconds. So basically, if you have a buff immunity, and let's say they try to get a buff, they get a poison passive as well. And you can also use your abilities, meaning your pentacle buff, to place those passive poisons. It's insane. Now, personal effects on the opponent are paused during Nico's special attacks. That's awesome. And then the final thing is the craziest thing ever. When Nico causes an attack to miss, she passively gains adrenaline. And you're going to see that. You're going to see how strong this is. This is like insane healing. I'm talking like Diablo level of healing or like King Groot. But let's get into the gameplay. So onto the gameplay, as you can see the pre-fights here, we're going to use the buff immunity here because she starts with, I believe, the protection passive, it's called. So this is Dark Phoenix, man, and this is not just one Dark Phoenix. This is a 7-star rank 4 Dark Phoenix, and we're using a 7-star rank 2 champion here. Nico is honestly, man, like, I don't think she's the best counter to Dark Phoenix because she's not like as fast as Hood, but man, she's like after Hood. It's insane how good she is. Use that invisibility to actually get some adrenaline stored up. And since we have more than 5 poisons and we are a mystic, we're just never gonna see any of those incinerates from Dark Phoenix. Throw that special 2, get those nice poisons, buff immunity, and every time we activate a special, our buff immunity gets refreshed, which is insane. And as you can see, man, the fight is just so easy with Nico. It's insane. So we're gonna go for one more special 1 to get that healing off, and we're gonna finish this fight at 98% health. And look at that, 53 seconds. 7-star rank 2 versus 7-star rank 4. That's crazy. Now you want to see Serpent. I'm gonna show you Serpent. This is a 7-star rank 4 Serpent as well. We start with the buff immunity, and since we prevented some of his buffs, he starts with some poison passives. Now I go for a couple of heavy attacks. As you can see, I lose HP, but it's stored as adrenaline. And now I benefit from those poisons, which is really good. Now I want to go for my special 2 because my buff immunity fell off. And ideally want to get those poisons with the Fury passives on top of that, so they deal a little bit more damage. We'll get that buff immunity. And yeah, we're just going to go for a bit more heavy attacks. I like getting those heavy attacks. It's actually a pretty strong Fury. And I think here we're going to go for this. Yeah, special 1. I'm not sure if we're going to use the invisibility to show you. Yeah, so take a look at this. Take a look at this. If I go back here. So before he starts hitting me, I have... Look at my adrenaline. And look, when he hits me, every time he hits me, my adrenaline goes up. So this is basically a delayed regeneration. Because now I'm going to start hitting him. And that's just going to put me at more HP than where I was. So it's like a delayed regeneration. But it's like, it's so good because you can trigger it so many times. Like, yes, it goes for a cooldown for a little bit. But then all you do is just go for a special 1. And as you can see, I'm going to get it again. And I can heal more if I want to. But I'm already at full health, man. Like, look at that. And there goes Serpent because there's no death immunity with our buff immunity. Buff immunity is just, it's insanely strong, man. It just does so many things. So 7-star rank 2 versus 7-star rank 4 in 68 seconds, man. And I literally just learned this champion. Like, it's crazy. Now moving on to another crazy Cosmic here. We showcase like 2 of the craziest defenders in the game. Now let's go for Maestro. So Maestro is pretty beefy as well. And this guy is immune to poisons, but since he is a Cosmic, every time we inflict a poison, we're just going to inflict an acid burn on him, which is basically the same thing. Nothing changes. Go for the special to get some more acid burns and more, and the buff immunity, as you can see. We get a lot of those furies, and since we get the zeal, it doesn't go, it doesn't decay the adrenaline. Now we're going to go for the SP1. It's going to deal some really nice burst damage because we have a lot of those passive effects. Not bad. That was a nice 10% burst. And look at that healing, man. Like, we can actually go up to 100% health right now. It's so good, bro. It's so good. Like, that part of the Awaken ability is actually so OP. And another 10% health here. Again, I want to remind you, this is a 7-star rank 2, man. Like, how would a 7-star rank 4 feel like? I can't wait to test. And we'll lose a bit of HP towards the end because of the radiation, but man, still very quick for a rank 4 Maestro, 59 seconds. And then lastly, I want to show you Thanos here. I showcased like 4 of the craziest Cosmic Defenders in the game right now. And she takes all of them. Like, it's crazy. So against Thanos here, we're not going to go for the special 2. We're going to start with the initial buff immunity. And we're basically going to spam special 1s to keep refreshing it. And we want those special 1s because we get what's it called? This panic? Oh no, halt. The halt debuff, which basically makes us ignore Unstoppable. Now there's one thing in this fight, be careful, because if you try to use your invisibility, if you have the panic on you, he's just gonna bypass it, so just one thing to keep in mind. But man, she is insanely overpowered. This is what I wanted Claire to be, man. Like, I wanted Claire to become the 7th so she can be like this. Like, Claire is pretty good as well, and she reminded me of Claire. That's why I really want Nico right now. She's absolutely busted, bro. And then I'll show you the craziest clip. So after this fight, we're gonna go for one more special 1, and that should be almost enough to kill him. I had like 10 of those acid burns. Then one more combo after the relic should be enough. There we go. Yeah, Thanos is super tanky as well. 71 seconds. Now, let's say you finish a fight and you don't have enough time to actually heal all that adrenaline. So what happens is you go from the next fight. As you can see, we're going to finish this fight with, let's see, 35% health. We start the fight with 35% health, but we can actually get all this adrenaline back. And since you consumed all this adrenaline, you actually start with all those passive furies. And you're going to hit really hard from the get-go. And I just want to show you here, we had 35% health. Let's see how much I end up this fight with. Just to show you how insane her regen is. Like, it's so mind-blowing, man. Throw the special 2 to get that acid burn. Or sorry, the buff immune. Gotta stop those buffs from Medusa, or otherwise we're not gonna be able to kill her. And then, yeah, look at that. Already healed up to 72%. We had 35. And then we increased the healing even more, because why not? Our invisibility is overpowered anyways. And then intentionally not going for the special 1 here because I want to activate a special 2 to get more healing. And look at that. Like, bro, we had 35, we finished 5 with 95%. Like, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Like, this is such a cool kit. And then the fact that you can also, like, increase your adrenaline cap thanks to invisibility when they miss, when you have that on. It's so crazy. Like, she's such an overpowered champion, but she doesn't feel overpowered. She seems balanced in a way because her damage is not ridiculous. Like, you don't see those crazy red numbers or crazy yellow numbers. Like, she is, in my opinion, pretty balanced in terms of damage, and utility is just through the roof, man. She just has it all. Like, just the single buff immunity gives you so many things. Like, I literally did Serpent with buff immunity. I did Dark Phoenix with buff immunity, and then the hold passive just to do Thanos. Like, she has so much utility. Like, I'm so excited for Nico. I really hope I can get her at some point because, like, she is insane and pretty fun to use as well. Let me know what you guys think about Nico. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.